なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. The data download is here. Let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be seeing for the week. We're going to be seeing the Dragon Ball Super Broly Red Frieza Zenkai, the event exclusive First Form Cooler, and the Red Gogeta Unique Equip. Doesn't look like we have any information about the King Cold. To me, that tells me that he's more of a teaser as the side banner character, the side 1% sparking for an LF banner that we may see next week. Probably Metal Cooler, just based off of the other Lineage of Evil characters that we've seen. We'll have to find out next week. There is a reveal that I believe they teased. Either way, of what we're getting this week, I am not very optimistic for any of them. I know that sounds a little grim to say, but the First Form Cooler is a free character, which in itself is a little bit pancakey. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Unfortunately, they've kind of been on the lower end outside of Mercenary Tau. For the Red Frieza, anytime a character had some tiny portion of their kit that could be deemed toxic, the character overall has suffered for it. The Red Frieza, the green card, can steal Dragon Balls and 100% chance to inflict paralysis. He also carries a paralysis card. A good comparison would be the blue Deborah Zenkai Awakening. He provided an additional green card, and he had a blast paralysis card. And if you remember how that guy's Zenkai turned out, that guy was just not good. He just wasn't a great character. And for Red Gogeta, this guy's unique equip would have to be carved by a divine being himself for Red Gogeta to have any fraction of power suitable to deal with this meta. I'm telling you, the gap between Red Gogeta and everybody else is so monstrous that this unique equip will not only be the best equip in the game, but it would have to be hand carved by a divine being gracing this character a second life. It would quite literally have to be a brand new character in a piece of equipment. That's a tall ask, but hey, maybe the Legends devs understand that and they go ahead with it. So, you make a worthy addition to my clan, prove your excellence, and receive King Cold's favor. Nice little celebration idea theme. Here's the Zenkai for the Red Frieza. Hopefully, he turns out, well, hopefully? I guess hopefully he turns out good. I mean, pick your poison, right? He either stinks and he's just a Zenkai buffer, which is unfortunate, or he's good and becomes the right-hand buddy to Ultra Full Power Frieza. Yeah, kind of a lose-lose situation, I guess. Here is the fierce fight for the Cooler. I do like his art. The other First Form Cooler art is that green one, and I think that one is probably some of the lower art ever released in the game. So it's nice that the character was redeemed some with this free one. We also got this. Destroy Earthlings every day and get awesome rewards. That's pretty cool. Really embarking on this Lineage of Evil theme. We got the Summer Raid, which is cool. This guy, maybe he gets a Zenkai Awakening. When this guy came out, it was so confusing because this yellow Goku got a brand new character model and animations of a quality that we didn't expect for a 1% character. He was leaps and bounds better looking than any character around him, and we all thought, was this guy supposed to be a legendary finish character? When he came out as the 1% sparking, we expected a legendary finish Cooler then, but that didn't happen until way later. This guy's Zenkai would be cool. You guys will notice with his character model, it was a new model and he looked really good. So hey, it'd be great if this guy got his Zenkai Awakening, because why not? Next, the Happy Summer Bag stuff. Regardless of how you look at this lineup, everybody here is power crab. New philosophy just did a blanket sweep and just tossed all these guys off the edge. Every single one of these guys have been power crept. The only few characters that could kind of do anything if you really had to pick would be Gotenks, because he's a green card farming guy, and Fusion Warriors hasn't seen any new characters in a while. Vegito, for the same reasons as Gotenks, Fusion Warriors is kind of lacking. Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because the anti-endurance and long combo stuff and health restore debuffing is still valuable. And I guess the yellow Goku Black, because debuffing 2 lives and the easy Zenkai buffers. The other guys need help. Might Goku will not be doing anything. Omega Shenron will not be doing anything. Red Broly will definitely not be doing anything. So if any of these guys see unique equip, I wouldn't be shocked. Really wouldn't. I would not be shocked if some Fusion Warrior saw a power-up. They seem to be doing a campaign theme with a small sprinkle of Fusion Warrior buffs on the side idea. Next, Cruel, Ruthless Invasion Duel. Choose a planet to invade, then complete the missions. I'm not entirely sure what this means, but what I will say is I think Legends needs to expand on those stamp sheets, the one that we do every day, and then we get 500cc at the end. I'm surprised the Legends hasn't done it yet, but I think they should expand on that and introduce other stamp sheets for their campaigns. It doesn't have to be anything sophisticated. It could just be another 14 stamps or whatever the duration of the campaign is, and just provide some extra goodies. It's just a little extra that they could do to make whatever celebration not feel like any other month. I think that would be pretty cool, and I'm sure you guys would agree. Next, Happy Summer Bags. Honestly, I don't think any of these are worth it. From the LF lineup that we saw not too long, like 2 seconds ago, I just don't see any of them being worth it, really. The new philosophy has pretty much kicked the crap out of all these guys. Yeah, damage guard numbers just kicked everyone to the side, so I don't think any of these are worth it. They are giving us an Ultra Summer Pack. Ultra Z Power is obviously really valuable. If you got the Namek Goku or the Frieza, you could not go wrong with powering up either of them. LFZ Power for your Kaioken Goku is a smart idea too. And then they also have this Road to Champion mission stuff. And then the packs are just the Arts Boost seeds with LFZ Power. They really are pushing this World Championship thing. They take the top 5% of your pool to go to the next round. What I didn't realize is it's not just wins. They're also taking damage into consideration, and if you guys saw my matches for my first pool, one guy just forfeited at the beginning, so it was a 0 damage win, and then another guy entered the battle with 1 character, so at most I could only get 3 million damage. I kind of worry if that's going to affect whether or not we make it to the next pool. We'll have to see. Either way, I think that's pretty much everything in terms of missions and stuff. Let's go ahead and see what these Zenkais and the unique equip look like. All right, here we go. We're now in game. This is the team I'm going to be using for the showcases for these LOE characters. But the first thing I want to check is the equipment. I'm very curious how they handle Gogeta's unique. This could either be amazing or this could be terrible. Let's see what we get. Oh my god. Are we actually seeing 100% strike attack on a piece of equipment? Holy crap. Alright. 20% HP, 100% strike attack, 100% blast attack, 100% to strike defense, 100% to blast defense. Damage inflicted up to 185%. Damage guard up to 160%. Key recovery 50%. Restore own health by up to 10% when he enters the field. And when he uses a strike or blast arts hit, he gets 10% damage inflicted up to 10 counts. That's pretty good. Let's see. So when he enters the field, the following effects occur. Draw up to 4 cards if his hand has 3 or fewer. Key plus 50, nullify cover change, and destroy enemy Dragon Balls. Whoa! Whoa. That is actually really impressive. Gogeta will always get 4 cards, 50 key, 5 timer counts a cover null, and destroying a Dragon Ball? That's pretty strong. Wow, okay. To put into context, Gogeta already has 15% damage guard, and I think he has 50% damage inflicted. So on the damage inflicted front, he's not up to modern characters. He is more similar to, let's say, last Legends Fest damage inflicted numbers. But this is still pretty good. This is actually more than I expected them to do. I said in the breakdown video that they're probably going to give Gogeta the force drawing of cards, because he already has card draw speed in his kit, but his card draw speed can be cancelled. So I figured, okay, they'll probably give him a card into card thing, but them giving him 4 card draws with 50 key and the 5 counts of cover null is actually pretty good. So that's pretty good. There's no disruptive effects and there's no supportive effects. They just expect Gogeta to heal when he enters the field, and then he can stack damage when he hits with the Strike or Blast. So this is definitely more than I expected them to give him. Is it going to be like a monstrous generational Gogeta is just going to be, you know, he went from 0 to hero kind of character? I don't think so. But this is definitely enough to make Gogeta not be painful to use. He'll probably do fine. So that's good. I saw some other equips, actually. Was it this? Okay, what do we got here? Oh, it's an LOE equip. So you either get 25% strike defense or 25% blast defense. 12% to both offenses and 15% to pure defenses if you have 3 LOE battle members. Alright, seems decent. And then King Cold. What do we got here? Strike attack, max HP, strike attack again, and then 10% strike attack if this character is melee type. Interesting. The red Frieza getting a Zenkai Awakening is not melee type. Nor is the full power Frieza, so I'm going to assume this free-to-play character is a strike-oriented LOE character then? Let's just do this. Oh, he's green as well. Huh, interesting. I didn't think he'd be green. I figured they'd go with a different typing. I guess his focus is more so on movies? Oh my god. 2 little tabs for his abilities. That is not good. Alright, offensive stat is not the worst. Defenses are not great. Blast attack is not great. Max HP is non-existent, so I'm already concerned. Standard strike and blast. Blue card. Death beam. Massive pierce damage. 30% blue card damage on activation. When he hits you, he gets 3 cards if his hand is 3 or fewer. Gets 40 key. Enemy takes 30% more strike damage. Takes away attribute upgrades and hits him with heavy bleed. Disruptive effects. On hit, draw blue. Draw a card if your hand is 3 or fewer. Get 50 key. Special move damage inflicted. Enemy takes extra damage and lower their health restore. And you can combo this green card. Alright. This is what they did with the green cooler. When he got his Zenkai Awakening, they made his little destructive ray beam green card comboable. Main ability, let's see. Drop to 2 cards if your hand is 3 or fewer. You get 40 key, 20% crit rate, ally subcount -5. It's always good to have subcount manipulation. For every LOE, event exclusive, or movie saga ally, you heal 20% and you get 30% damage inflicted. That's a lot off of a main ability. Z ability is LOE, event exclusive, or movie saga, strike attack, and defense. Starter ability. Wow. Okay. I know this game really wants to simplify kits, but seeing 4 tiny bullet points for 1 unique ability is kind of surprising to me. I don't know why. It looks so empty. 250% damage, 150% damage guard, 40% key recovery, and level 1 card draw speed. Second passive. When he enters the field, he'll draw a card, heal 10%, and get 20 key. Every time he draws a card, he'll get 10 key, stack 15% damage inflicted, exactly like Ultra Cell. After Strike or Blast Art's use, if hand has 1 card or fewer, you will draw up to 2 cards and then nullify cover change. Interesting. So he has a baby Vegeta effect. I think it's the green Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta who does this. If he has 1 card left and you use the card, you draw 2 additional cards. Alright. It's kind of weird that his cover null is tied to that though. When he lands a Strike or Blast, enemy health restore minus 20%, enemy key recovery minus 10%, all enemy subcounts plus 2. Alright, that's an easy, I guess that's their way to work past him not having cover null on entry, because you'll get priority by catching your opponent. Their subcount goes up by 2, so you probably want to combo in all your cards, and by the time your opponent has that opportunity to switch, you'll proc the cover null coming out of you using a card if you have 1 or fewer. I see that. The enemy health restore definitely seems like an answer for Kaioken Goku or the support Goku, because those guys have healing off of various disruptive effects. Support Goku when his HP falls below 50%. Kaioken Goku on the unique gauge. Hell, maybe this is even useful against the Namek Goku, because that guy heals with the unique gauge becoming full. It's all an answer to the overall sustainability that we have, and most likely towards full power Frieza, Namek Goku, and the Krillin team. They probably think that team is going to be number 1, slaughtering everybody. When he's on the field and the enemy switches, you get 10% damage guard and enemy's arts cost go up by 10. Not a bad disrupt. When the enemy is hit by enemy arts, damage guard plus 10%, enemy key minus 5. Oh, sorry, when you are hit by enemy's arts, you stack damage guard, key minus 5 for the enemy. While not defeated and the enemy activates special move, ultimate, or awakened arts, nullify damage received, element disadvantage, so he goes type neutral, and the ultimate or awakened arts or special move does 30% less damage. Alright, I mean, the saying that he is free definitely reigns true here. I don't really see him being anything crazy. He seems like a whatever character. I don't know. The one thing that I'm curious about though is this right here. After a Strike or Blast Arts use, if your hand has 1 card or fewer. Because the biggest thing that stands out with this Cooler's kit is he has different ways of force drawing multiple cards in your hand. So if the idea is Cooler spams cards until he has 1 or fewer, and then using a card can proc this again, then that means that you can just spam out a bunch of cards altogether. Probably doesn't work that way, because the green Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, in theory, his kit would do that then. But the phrasing makes it sound like that could happen, because the proc is after Strike or Blast Arts use. Either way, he kind of seems like a nothing character. And speaking of nothing characters, where is this guy? I really don't have high hopes for this guy's Zenkai Awakening, because I think he too shall be the nothing burger character. Let's see. Alright, so stats are looking good per the usual. Strike and Blast, blue card. You know what? Let me pop up DBZ space on the left side just so that I can do some quick comparisons for you guys. But I'll be honest, I don't expect it to be crazy jumps or anything like that. I expect it to be pretty tame. Alright, starting off with the blue card. Massive Pierce, both the same. On activation, minus 100% to damage guard or sustained damage cut, which is the same. On hit, he obscures now. That's new. Okay. His green card. Let's see what happens here. So, randomly draw a card, cancel enemy buff effects, prevent all enemy switching. Ooh. That definitely feeds into the toxicity of if a paralysis proc were to happen. That's quite awful. Okay. It's also on activation. Does anyone remember, was this green card a short animation? Because if you can get prevent enemy switching off of a green card on activation and you have a short animation, that means you could drop combo it into a rising rush. This is something people used to do with the Ultra Kid Buu. When you had a full unique gauge and you used his blue card, it inflicted no switching. What people would do is they would miss it and then Rising Rush because you're forced in the field with Kid Buu. That would happen all the time. So that's new. And then based on the number of Dragon Ball, on the enemy Dragon Balls, if they have none, you get one Dragon Ball. And if they have one or more, you steal one of them. So those are the same. That's good. Ultimate. Massive explode damage. That's the same. Heal 40% of your health on hit. That's the same. Destroy the entire enemy hand. That's the same. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades / buff effects. The buff effect nullification is new on this ultimate. Okay. So this is the same. Now let's see this kit. Main ability. Draw the ult. 50 key. Up from the 30 he gets pre-Zenkai. Ultimate damage up by 50% for 20 counts. Cannot be cancelled. That is up from 30% before. And it has the uncancelable ability. Cancel attribute downgrades. That's new. And all enemy draw speed -2 for 15 counts. That is new. Zenkai ability. Yeah, red LOE. No surprise. Starter ability. 170% damage with 100% damage guard. Ooh. Ouch. That hurts. That's definitely not good. Draw speed 1 level. Protect Dragon Balls. On entry, draw a green. He had that before. I think he drew it once. Yes. So now he draws a green card twice, and he gets 20 key. Based on the number of Dragon Balls, if you have 3 or 6, you get another 30% damage. If you have a full rush, you get another 50% damage. Okay. And this is where the new kit comes in. When he hits with a strike or blast, he gets 10 key. Ally subcount -1. Enemy damage received plus 25% and enemy health restore -50. Holy crap. The enemy health restore debuffs are all in answer to all these characters that heal from various means. Krillin swapping out. This guy's full unique gauge. This guy falling below a certain amount of health. This unique gauge proccing. It's all in answer to those. So taking away 50% health is a lot. On Blast Arts hit, your next blue card damage goes up by 10%, up to 50. Sorry, 30%. Enemy key -50. That's not bad. And then enemy key recovery -30%. Oh, this is not a new passive. These two are. Yeah, the Emperor arrives and ignoble extermination. These are all the original passives. It's this that's new. Okay. When not defeated and you gain a Dragon Ball, you get 20% damage, nullify cover change, and subcount -1. When he returns to standby, heal 10%, ally damage was 20%. So they gave him the Path to Power Kid Goku effect. Okay. Every time he gets a Dragon Ball, he's getting damage and cover null. The only thing he doesn't get is a card to extend his combo. Alright, I see you. Next passive. When he vanishes, he gets 20 key. Oh, he gets his vanish back 100% once only. And all arts cost -5. When hit by the enemy's arts, he heals 10% and all enemy strike last special move power -15%. Yeah, sorry to say, but he kind of feels like a nothing burger character. Even though he has the paralysis, and even though he has a Dragon Ball destruction acquisition thing, I still don't think he is impressive enough for people to care. The only reason why I would see people use this guy over somebody like Frost is just because of the Zenkai stats. But because this character has basically non-existent damage guard, he might actually feel squishier than Frost, which is a surprise. But LOE is just seeing buffs now, right? They will take anything. And odds are more people will have this guy at 14 stars with the Zenkai stats to tank than Frost. Odds are people are sitting on a 3 to 6 star Frost, and a 3 to 6 star Frost is paper. The dude can't tank anything. So they would probably just use this guy just because he has the higher stats. That's the only reason why I would see anybody use him, just because LOE kind of has nothing else. So it's a bottom of the barrel kind of character. But again, what else would they get? You may have noticed there's no King Cold because that is next week. I'm guessing that is just going to be... I think that's just Legends saying, hey, on the 13th, we're going to be getting another LF. And it is going to be... yeah, King Cold is going to be the 1% side banner unit. But you guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. I think... Oh. I'm thinking that, you know... things are kind of just okay. Red Gogeta's unique equip, I think, is actually pretty good. I think he might actually look decent. Nothing crazy, but he'll be decent. So that's good. He's popular, so people will use him. I don't think the red Frieza Zenkai is amazing, and I don't think that cooler is amazing. Just interesting based off of the wording for the Striker Blast proc. That's the one thing I'm kind of curious about. But you guys let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking. But until next time, peace.